Hi, I'm going to give a brief overview of the Judd fabric guiding system. This is our SR694 model. It's for machines that are 6 meters wide, and they come in different sizes, a 4 meter, 6 meter, 8 meter, and larger for your application. It's based on the weight of the roll and how we can support whatever else Dr. blades and showers may be attached to it. What we have here is a feedback system that the actual control valve is mounted to. So our system operates with a gravity paddle that moves 32 total degrees. And you'll see I have a pin here, and when we set it up, normally the fabric will be sitting here, and we'll slide the control valve up to the edge of the fabric, and then we'll pull the pin. And that will hold the guide generally in the center. If you see here, we have a center mark for the guide movement. So the advantage to a gravity-fed paddle is often in drier sections you will see some scalloping on the edges from spring-loaded control valves. That's eliminated by using the gravity system that we use here. This control valve currently has a 2-inch ceramic coated paddle. This is good for wire sections and fast-moving machines that the fabric might cut through the paddle. The ceramic prevents that from happening. The control valve is a very simple design. On the inside, all we have is a piston that distributes the air, and it operates on a cam movement. This is attached to the paddle, so as it moves, it diverts the air from one side of the air cylinder to the other. We also bring the air supply into the control valve, and we split it to either side of the guide. There's very little to go wrong inside the control valve, and it's very robust. It's very tough, and we've get years and years of use without needing to do any service on it, as long as we have a little bit of air supply that has oil in it. There's a couple of low friction bearings in here where the cam rotates, but that's it. People ask, why do we have this feedback system? And what this does is it really helps eliminate oscillation with the fabrics. So as the fabric moves and the paddle moves, this whole control valve assembly moves in the direction of the fabric as well. So if you have a little bit of movement in the fabric, we're actually controlling that very well without moving the guide back and forth. However, if the fabric decides to run, we can get a very quick reaction out of it. We've had great success with this, particularly on very long fabric runs where oscillation can occur, and on very slow moving fabrics. And that helps eliminate that. One of the things I like about this guiding system is we have a big air cylinder here, and the weight of the roll is actually suspended on an internal carriage, so there's really no wear on the seals and the glide rings that we have inside the piston. And to give you an illustration of what's going on inside here, as you can imagine that the piston is here, and we're controlling the air to either side of the piston as it moves back and forth. I will open this up and I'll show you what we have inside. In the unlikely event that you need to replace the air cylinder, you don't have to pull the entire guide out of the machine. You can disconnect the connecting rod. Of course, you'll have to suspend the roll. And if you look inside here, you can see this is the carriage that moves back and forth. On the stainless steel model, it's actually got a support slide that moves back and forth. There are 2 grease fittings that the oilers can hit on scheduled downs. We'll just put it on the list. and that keeps the system lubricated. So we're getting 3 to 5 years before we have any maintenance required for these guiding systems. And I can just make an adjustment. You can see on the inside here, let me just, I'm going to shut my air supply off and show you on the inside. There's 4 bolts that hold the air cylinder to the guide itself. And there's a drive shaft that's connected to the carriage assembly. So if you have to replace that, simply unbolt it and it slides out of the top and comes out, and you can put a new one in. It's really pretty painless. And we can rebuild these here at the shop. We can do it in the field. But it's operating with a glide band that doesn't have O-rings and lip seals that can get worn out if corrosion occurs on the inside of the cylinder. So, as you can see, very robust, very simple, and a very effective way of controlling your fabrics in the machine. Thank you.